Welcome to our 10 minutes on Wednesday. 10 wonders on Wednesday, because it'll be a wonder if I get actually only 10 minutes in this video. As you can see, I'm still a bit hoarse, so do excuse me from the horrific pollen count of the weekend. I've managed to find my colour for my hair, the proper colour, my natural colour, which was out of stock for a long time. So I decided to colour my hair and leave it down. Yeah, it's wild and crazy hair, I know. That's what I have. So I wanted to go through every Wednesday, you know, this changed the format. My name is Rachel, and I bring you all things skincare related and beauty related, and I'm particularly interested in halting the marching of time all over our faces, particularly mine. Time marches on, and there's a big army marching all over my face. So we're doing stuff to stop this. Okay, so the first tip I have for you, these won't be necessarily peeves or hates, they'll be a mix of both. All right, the first tip I have for you is I've heard people saying that sheet masks are, you know, I've heard dermatologists saying there's no point to sheet masks, they're 10 minutes and then you take them off and you wash off the product. So they're no actual use to you, or they're of no value in your skincare routine. Well, I have a little tip, and I think this is as well. I've heard some Korean YouTube channels that have been translated saying the same thing. This is how I have always used sheet masks, always. Because sheet masks are not like clay masks where you have to wash them off. You don't actually have to wash them off. I leave a clay mask or a sheet mask on till it dries, till I feel, well, it's all dry everywhere, and I take it off. Once I take it off, I feel there is still product underneath. I usually rub my chest with the remaining product that's on the inside of the sheet mask, and I leave it there and I put products over it. So I particularly do a lot of hyaluronic ones because I love hyaluronic acid. You've probably heard me bleat on about it, and it's my next topic in a second. But I think regardless if it's a collagen one, if it's just a moisturising one, if it's Dead Sea, mineral salts or something like that, just leave it, you know, just leave it. The salt content in there is not high enough, so don't panic, don't worry. There's a small amount of Dead Sea mud and Dead Sea salt sometimes in things. They're not huge. So do forgive me with my voice. I looked like, gosh, I did a video and I sent it out there on Saturday, and I do apologise. I looked like I'd been battered. It was the pollen count, it drove me crazy. So on to the next tip. So remember, when you buy face masks or face sheet masks particularly. I'm not a great lover of mud masks unless you have acne and you go for a red mud, which is a real red clay mask, which is really, really good for clearing out those pores. But other than that, I think stick with sheet masks and always stick with nutrients and moisturising. Don't do this thing where it's cleansing and your cleanser does your cleansing. Your mask should be only doing your moisturising and your feeding, you know, because your cleanser should be doing your cleansing duties properly. For those of you with acne, if you are using a red clay mug or mask, red clay mud mask is what I meant to say, you know, that's the thing that you do leave on and then you take off after 10, 15 minutes or whatever it is. I'd always go a little bit longer. That's just me. I'd always give it a little bit longer to work on my skin. But again, like I said, I've fairly tough skin. But I think it's a great one for acne. So if you are suffering from acne, that's a brilliant one, which I'll give you another product now in a few moments. Once we go through hyaluronic acid. I love hyaluronic acid, as everybody knows. It's one of the products I had to really put in the range straight away because I just thought, no, you can't live without this. I don't know how anybody does a beauty regime without it. The glow I have on my skin right now, yes, I've got makeup on, and yes, I've got a bit of blush on and stuff like that. It's daytime makeup. The lights are reflecting off my skin, which is just very moisturised. I don't have foundation on. What I have is sunscreen on. So it's a tinted sunscreen. So we'll be talking more about that on Saturday in our slightly longer video. I'm watching the time, making sure I don't exceed my 10 minutes that I said I would do this for. So that's all I have on. I don't actually have a foundation. I have a little bit of blush and stuff like that, but that is the shine from my skin. I should point out that this tinted moisturiser that I'm using is La Roche-Posay, and it does soak into the skin more than the Avene ones. So it's not as shiny. This is my glow from doing what I do with my hyaluronic acid. So what I would say to you with hyaluronic acid is, it's so versatile. You get yourself a bottle of hyaluronic acid, whichever brand you want. I don't care. You can buy mine, you can buy anybody's, right? Just get it as high a percentage as you can. Up until recently, 97% of Piggy Witch. I'll link the description in the box below as well, the site link for Piggy Witch as well, if you don't want to buy my hyaluronic acid, which is 100%. But go for higher, you know, things like The Ordinary, wonderful hyaluronic acid, but it's 2%. So you want pure hyaluronic acid, because this trick I'm going to give you now is gold. You can actually put your hand cream into your, you know, when you squirt out your hand cream in the mornings, or you take it and you're going to put it, you take it up with your spatula, not with your fingers, but I do it with my fingers all the time, but then it's only me using it, and I always wash my hands beforehand. So you scrape it out. I've often put it in the palm of my hand and dropped a couple of hyaluronic acid, drops of hyaluronic acid in, and put it all over. This is after I've already put hyaluronic acid on my face coming out of the shower. You know, like I told you, I stand in the bathroom and I absorb all that steam, you know, and I brush my teeth or do other things, but my hyaluronic acid goes on when I get out of the shower while my face and decollage is still wet. So hyaluronic acid, I can't stress enough, is a really, really, really great product. It can actually pop into your foundation if you're finding your foundation a little bit drying. So for those of you out there, I know there's nothing worse than going out and paying like 20, 30, 40, 50 sometimes. I don't pay that, I buy Inglot. But as our skin changes over the years, we do have to buy different, change and chop our foundations because our skin changes, and the one we did use in our 20s is not going to suit us now. It's going to be too drying. But if you find that you're slightly finding it too drying, drop hyaluronic acid into it. Remember I showed you my little palette in one of my previous videos? Pop it on the palette and mix it in with the foundation. They mix because it just absorbs moisture. It's just basically what we have in our skin, what we have in our eye, the water in our eyeballs is hyaluronic acid. So pop it in there, okay? So it's a really, really versatile product. I can't tell you how versatile it is. For those of you with acne, it's also great because once you cleanse your skin properly for acne, you need to fill those pores with something to slow the production of sebum. So you need something that regulates the skin. I'm going to talk to you in a minute about another product which we all know, but hyaluronic acid does, and serums in general do help. Even if it's a collagen serum you're using, just use something under the moisturizer, okay? So the next one, I'm looking at my notes, is eye cream, okay? So what kind of eye cream should you use? None. I don't use eye cream. I have got a bottle of eye cream that I was kind of given as a promotion, and it was the Vichy 89, I believe it's called. And it's lovely, it has caffeine in it, so the odd time I do use it when I feel that my black circles are, you can see my black circles today because I haven't got concealer or anything on. But I usually do sometimes go, okay, I want to kind of kill them a little bit, and I'll lather it on the night before. But I will honestly tell you, it doesn't make a huge amount of difference. I think it's more psychological with me. And I just want to use the bottle. I don't want to waste product. But I just don't buy eye creams. I just don't. I wouldn't waste my money on them. I'd rather, if you spend like, you've always noticed that eye creams come in much smaller containers and they're much more expensive. That to me is one of the biggest hoax of the beauty industry. You've got to have this eye cream, which is almost identical to the cream we're already selling you for daytime, but we're going to make it a little bit thinner, so a little bit more emollient, you know, and there you go. And you're like, it's a different cream. No, it's not. It's the same formula. They water it down to make it more absorbable by the delicate eye area, and they tell you that it's specially formulated for the delicate eye area. Codswallop. Right? If your eye area is allergic or sensitive to the face cream you're using, then you shouldn't be using the face cream. It's that simple. Your skin and your face is included as a whole. So I would not do it. If I was using a cream that I couldn't put on my eyes, and you know you get that blurry vision because it goes into your eyes and stuff like that, no, I wouldn't use it. I'd stop, and I'd find one that I can actually slather on my face, particularly a sunscreen that doesn't affect my eyes. So that's your tip for hyaluronic acid. Get a bottle. I don't care where you get it from. I'll give you links below. Get it from who you like, but get the Piggy, which is 97, and Amor de Piel is 100%. So choose. I don't mind. I just want you to have hyaluronic acid, okay? Or more hyaluronic acid, because you already have it in you. Okay, the next thing we're coming to is another one for those suffering from acne and also those of us who suffer from aging. Okay, you may remember a while ago I did my video on A313 and I was absolutely amazed. I hadn't used retinols a whole heap up until then. That's my confession. I hadn't really. I just kind of went, I was so peed off, for want of a better word, when I say pissed off, buying these creams and none of them working and nothing happening, that I just went, I'm not buying retinol. I really am. I'm not buying retinol. I find a lot of great products in the Nivea range, and I tend to stick to the Nivea range. I use their vitamin C, Q10. Love it. So I found a lot of their stuff. I am now at the moment using something that is mine for me. Another time, not now. Anywho's, get to this is, I never used retinol. So my gateway, if you like, into retinoids and retin-A's and stuff was A313. And I was shocked when I put A313 on my face. After about 4 or 5 days, I started going, you know, I told you my lines around here, like even close up with makeup gathering in the crevices of them. My eyes don't have, they're much better when I don't actually have makeup on, because the makeup tends to gather in the sun cream, I beg your pardon, tends to go in there and get stuck in there, because obviously it's very, very thick. I am still on the search for good skincare and good sunscreen, so that will continue, because I haven't found a sunscreen yet that I go, wow. So I'm going to continue. More on that on Saturday. Okay? So for me, retin-A was the next step up. Of course, in Ireland, like we've said many times, you actually can't get retin-A without an antibiotic in it, which is fine for those of you who have acne, because you'll be put on it short term. So you'll be given a tretinoin for possibly 3 to 6 months. And then once your acne clears up, they will take you off it and you'll be fine. But then there's some of us, excuse me, my allergies again, some of us then, you know, want to be on it for anti-aging benefits, so we can't get tretinoin in Ireland is the end game. I do believe you can have it from, oh God, what's the name of that? RX. Something RX. I'll put the link below. You will get the link. And I do believe you can buy it in from there through India, and it is actually genuine retin-A. I've had a lovely viewer who's actually said to me, no, it works, it's fine, it actually is. So I went, okay, great. I had planned to get some when I went down to Spain. I'm supposed to be there in April. I'm now, fingers crossed, hopefully going for my birthday in July, my 50th, back where I celebrate my 40th when I lived there. So I'm really adamant that you've got to get, A, to start a retinol, right? B, go to get the A313. Really is great. For those of you suffering with acne, go to your doctor. Don't be afraid. Don't be wasting your time with over-the-counter stuff from Boots. It's not going to work. It's going to make it better, but it's not going to clear up the scarring afterwards. So I know you ladies out there, even a lot of us got it in menopause. I didn't, thank God. But I've seen friends who've got it in menopause and I've gone, Jesus, her skin was fabulous before menopause. We will be doing a video on menopause, because I think there's things people need to know out there about menopause that nobody tells us ladies, because it's apparently a very taboo subject. And I'm like, oh, bugger that. Bugger that. Every woman of every age needs to know about menopause. My daughter certainly knows, because she witnessed it all firsthand with me, and I didn't hide anything from her. Why should I? I'm proud I hit menopause. I'm very proud. I'm out the other side of it now. My mother unfortunately died at 45 and never got the chance to experience life after menopause. And she started it very early. She started at 43. So every day is a blessing. And getting old is a privilege, but we can do it with good skin. We don't have to let ourselves go too far. Okay? The next thing along the way is, as I said, retin-A for acne. Go get it. Different is the one I'm on at the moment. I'm on a 1% different, because my doctor's terrified of retin-A, and he doesn't know a whole heap about it. So at the end of the day, I'm kind of educating him as well as he's educating me. I'm on different 1%. My next prescription now, I've been on it for about 3-4 months now. Big game changer. Big game changer along with the CBD. Works amazing coupled with the CBD. Really, bang. That was the extra little bit of moisturising I needed to counteract the dryness that Retin-A does cause. Different is the one you're going to get, which is the brand name. It's Adapalene is the actual cream name. So it's like paracetamol from Tesco's, paracetamol from Pfizer. Adapalene. Different is the main brand, okay? It's over the counter in the US and Canada and a few other countries. It ain't here. So I'm going up another level in that. So I'll be doing another video, an update video on Retin-A as well. So finally, because I do want to get through this and let you go, and it is only supposed to be 10 minutes. And I think it's more than that. But anyway, face scrubs. Please do not buy face scrubs. They're highly abrasive. And what happens is your dead skin cells are basically, your fresh skin cells are like this. They're lovely. And then the next one is like that over here. They're like a brickwork pattern of this weave. And then on top you have these ones. This is your dead skin. That's your dying skin. That sometimes just does that and flakes off naturally because you've rubbed off the pillow or whatever it may be. And those bed mites love those. That's what they eat, you know yourself. So your skin cells are like this. What happens is when you're abrasive and you rub them, some of them that are not quite ready to come off yet, which are protecting your beautiful skin underneath. Because remember, it's all about timing in the skin. This is not ready to go just yet because underneath is coming up. So this is where you really need to get to know your skin, and you need to get to know maybe for those ladies who are not using Retin-A, once a month, maybe twice a month, a chemical peel. People hear chemical peel and they think it's much harsher than a lovely apricot scrub. It's not, because what happens with the chemical peel is it just dissolves that bond and they fall off themselves. They fall off when you put water on your face to wash off the chemical peel, and they're gently gone. It's chemically done. The one from The Ordinary, I love the AHA, BHA, because it's from red pepperberry, so it's very natural. You can tell it because you can smell something organic about it, you know. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you're starting out, I would start probably with a salicylic or, you know, oh God, let me think. Salicylic probably would be the best. Yeah, salicylic is fantastic as well for asthma. I also would start, if you're sensitive, start with lactic acid. So lactic acid is probably one of the more gentler acids. Then I would bring yourself up to AHAs and BHAs for those of you with acne. Start with salicylic acid and see how it goes. If you find it's too much, go to lactic acid. So they're the three things to just get rid of. Please do not use scrubs on your face, because you're doing this and you're damaging it, and some of them are not ready to come off, and then you've just lifted them and broken them and damaged them. And now, instead of doing their job, what they're supposed to do for the last few minutes or a few days of your cycle, skin cells, the renewal cycle, they're supposed to be protecting this layer underneath, this fresh layer underneath that's like this. They're supposed to be protected from germs, sunshine, UVA, UVB rays, and lots of free radicals and everything, and pollutants are in the air, and you've just damaged it. Please do not use them. Use a nice chemical peel, right? Plus it's a hell of a lot easier. You don't have to do anything. You whack it on, you sit there for 10 minutes watching telly, and then you wash it off, and that's it. And it's squeaky clean with the AHA, BHA from The Ordinary. I just can't recommend it enough. It's one of my favourite products from them. They are a great brand as well. I'll put links to all of these in the description below. Like, subscribe and share, please. I've just passed my 100 this weekend gone, and it was the only thing that made me go yay while I was suffering from the allergies I am now on my Piriton, but my nose still runs every so often, just does it, and I start sneezing. So I'm glad I didn't sneeze through this video, and yes, it's longer than 10 minutes. Please don't kill me. Just subscribe to me. That'll make me happy. It'll shut me up. So like, share, subscribe, please. And thank you to everybody who has already liked, shared and subscribed. You're here at the very beginning, and I really, really appreciate it, because I had no idea how to make a YouTube video when I started this. I'm still not brilliant. I don't have fancy graphics, zooming in. I don't know when I'll get that good. It's just me for now. And I'm just on my skincare journey. Yes, I've got one qualification so far. I now have my diploma in skincare. So in skin specialist, skincare professional and skin specialist. So I have 3 more to get till I have a very nice set of qualifications. and I'm learning a lot, and I'm passing it on to you, and I hope you enjoy it. And you know, this is for man, woman, child, transgender. I don't care who you are. This information, skin is skin. Doesn't matter what colour it is, what gender it is, skin is skin. So let's all enjoy this together. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy during this time. If you need help, reach out to each other. You know, everybody's been so wonderful at this time. It's been really lovely. And I know this is nearly a 20-minute video now. I'm sorry, it's not 10 minute at 10. I won't name it that then. Take care, like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for if you've done already. And bye, I love you. Take care, bye.